Hey everybody, my name is Dustin Koppel. I'm with globalmartialarts.university. Today we're going to be bringing you something called Krav Maga Exposed. What we're doing is we're showing you a lot of Krav Maga techniques that are taught throughout the world, and we're going to be showing you why we've evolved it and a lot of the dangers that are in these certain techniques. So I hope you guys enjoy the journey as we go over a lot of the different techniques and why we've evolved them, and kind of show you some key things that we've changed and show you where these techniques came from and what a lot of students are still doing. So today we're going to talk about gun from the front. We're going to be discussing two angles. All right, so typically gun from the front, you guys have all seen, you know, hands come up. We talk about RCAT, they're redirecting, they're driving this in, striking, braking, taking, tap rack, all that good stuff. Now, let's kind of talk about where there's a lot of danger here. If I was by myself, no one absolutely around, my size against somebody this size, could this technique work? Yes, it could. But let's flip the roles for a second. I put the gun on him. Let's talk about that first part, the redirection. We're all by ourselves, nobody else is around. I put the gun on him, maybe I have two hands on it. He tries to redirect this and drive it into my stomach. It's very, very unlikely that that's even gonna work. He'll probably be able to redirect it to where he's out of the line of fire. But then the next thing, let's say I have just a basic general knowledge of gun retention. Okay, even if he was to throw a punch after he redirects, okay, if I come here and move, I just created that much space. I did a very simple gun retention. A lot of things go wrong. So that is a huge flaw, that redirection. It doesn't matter, okay, how big I am. This next thing, you know, small, how good this redirection is. Let's talk about in a crowded area. I redirect, gun goes off. The gun, if there's one in the chamber, it can still go off. You guys have all seen videos where they hold. The gun will still fire, but it's probably not going to be able to load another round into the chamber because I'm controlling the slide. So, but that first shot, I redirect here and I'm driving that in, boom, that fires. If I'm in a crowded area, someone just got shot potentially. So this is another huge, huge danger of this technique right here. Now the next one, I drive in, I come here, I punch. I've been to so many seminars to where we talk about, okay, well, what if you knock them out and having to go forward and the gun falling and getting tripped up? We've also had to deal with striking, and then you come underneath and getting caught if there's heavy clothing like jackets and whatnot. So then you kind of have to pull it away within wide drive. So this has just always been confusing as well. You know, the break and take, that's a good technique that does work. So what we've done, okay, is broken it down. So if we're redirecting to this angle, we have a much faster technique. Look at where we're already at. I stopped right here to show you guys where's this pointed. It's at him. So as my hands come up, I'm moving slightly off to the side. I'm redirecting up. This hand is now controlling the wrist. So I have complete control, left to right, up and down. So when I'm here, if he tries to do any type of gun retention, I'm okay. It's now two hands on one. Even if he has two hands on here, this hand is just to stabilize when he's shooting. So that doesn't matter. Also, think about finger and the trigger. So as we did this break, we're breaking over the webbing of the thumb, just like a lot of other techniques with the firearm. And we're breaking potentially that finger with the trigger guard as we drive forward. Now, from here, let's look at the line of fire. I move my body slightly off to the side. I'm no longer in the line of fire. It's now pointing up. Granted, yes, the only potential danger here, if we're in a multi-story building, could it go through? Yes, it could. But there's so much stuff going in there, going to redirect the bullet. But I have a much better chance of nobody getting hurt here versus redirecting here. Now, as I drive forward, we followed the principles. We redirected, we control. Now, where's the attack? Well, the attack could be on that finger, but it's also after I take away, I'm driving in, striking, and the gun's mine if I want to hit. If not, we just do a really, really fast takeaway here, and now the gun is mine, and I already created that much space. Now let's talk about the second Krav Maga technique, going the other direction. Okay, so We can redirect here on the right side of my body. Now let's redirect to the left side. So the normal technique is striking, throwing that groin kick, controlling here, breaking down, breaking, taking, and now it's mine. So once again, you talk about that redirect. I redirect, look at the line we're in again. Okay, we're redirecting. What if somebody is here on this side? I'm controlling the hammer, which this is a great control. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of control here. Left and right, up and down, it'd be hard for him to take it away. We're throwing the groin kick, and then we're breaking down. So, good technique overall, but one of the major flaws is that redirection. So, how do we solve that? Well, same concept. I'm redirecting here. Instead of going to the hammer though, I'm going to the wrist, because now nothing changes. Because if I go to with my left hand to redirect and my right hand to redirect, that's one thing. But when I go this direction, I have to drive in and I hit. So it's a completely different technique. And when I go here, this hand goes under, and now this is a completely different technique. So what we've done is I either redirect this way or I redirect this way. And the break is exactly the same. Striking, and now it's mine if I want it. So with that being said, just to recap, your traditional redirecting this way, does it work? Yes. Is it fast? Yes. Is it effective? Yes. But there's always that danger of other people. So this is a great variation to redirect up. Redirect up, moving off to the side. Also, what it does is it simplifies it. So now I only have one technique. My only thought process is, okay, if my wife or husband or child, whatever, is standing on this side, well, I'm not going to redirect this here. I'm going to redirect this way. But, what if my kids are here and my wife is here? Well, I'm still redirecting up, so I'm going to probably go to the smaller side. So if my children are over here, I may redirect this way and drive that into him. Striking, keeping them safe. So with this technique, it modifies it, it makes it one technique, left or right, and it simplifies it, and it just keeps you safe all the way around. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Krav Maga Exposed.